What's up, guys? It's Jay's Mowing back with another quick little banger. I want to tell you guys a request for quote I got today. A lot of you guys would have went for this. So this is a customer that tried to basically say what he was going to pay to me. And I want to tell you what it said in the request for quote form on Jobber, and I'll try to keep the mic centered here. After he picked lawn mowing and put in his address, his name, his details, it says at the bottom of the form, it says, please provide any information you would like us to know. It's 2 duplexes, small lots, already had someone mow, but felt they charged too much. Red flag number 1. Need a quote. This is a brand new duplex, 2 duplexes, brand new subdivision being built in my area. There was no satellite imagery. I sent him a text in the Jobber app. There's no satellite imagery of them yet, so I can't give you a rough estimate without seeing them in person. We'll stop by this evening and take a look. What was the last lawn service charging you? It's a new construction, 2 duplexes, real small lots. What was the last company charging you? And I'll put these on the screen for you to read as well. And then he said, you give me your best rate. Like, just answer the question. It's not just like, just because I'm trying not to waste my time and his time. You know what I mean? Like, if they were charging $100, and I would be like, okay, 2 lots, okay, $50 minimum. And anyway, that's the reason why I asked that. Why do people act like that them giving me information about what their last lawn care service that they think was charging too much, what am I going to do with that information? I'm either going to charge less than that, or I'm going to tell them, yeah, go hit the highway, which is what happens here. We have a $50 minimum without looking at it for 2 lots. That's $100 per week. At this point, I don't want the customer anyway. We'll have a more accurate number once we get there and measure it out, but that's our minimum. My guy, not a company. My guy was charging $65 for both. That is $32.50 a lot. I don't care how small it is. If you watch a lot of Mike Andy's content, you would probably, and just started your lawn business, you would probably jump on that and be like, heck yeah, pick him up, raise prices year 2. He's going to cancel on you year 2. This guy's a cheapskate, okay? That's just what he is, okay? You're going to waste your time the rest of this year mowing for less than $32.50 every week mowing this yard. These 2 yards. There's 2 yards. He wants the $20 guy is what he's looking for. He wants to pay $40 a week. I guarantee it for both lots. I guarantee it. I didn't get that far, but I'll continue. Well, it took me a little while. I didn't know if I wanted to respond back to that and if I wanted to be snarky or not. So to protect my reputation, I said, that's a really good rate, I said, I doubt we'll be able to beat that. I can swing by after our last yards day, but $32.50 a lot is not possible for a licensed and insured company with employees. I gave a little sting in there. I put a little oomph on, a little curve on that ball. I put just a little bit on it, just right at the end. Just really get my point across that we're an official business and we aren't looking for trash. And he never responded after that. So I think I got my point across. I don't care, I don't want cheap yards. I would rather, this has been my philosophy with any business I've started, with pressure washing, with Christmas lights. I would rather do nothing than go out and go do work that I know I'm worth more than just to say I have some work. That's been my mentality the whole last 5+ years. I would rather have this many jobs and just ride the wave, baby, until eventually I get work. Because eventually you get work. I know when I took my first property and I told her it was $80. When I told her it was going to be $80, I have an $80 minimum for an acre. She said, I've always paid $60. I at least said, what about just a $10 increase? It's 2025, and she agreed. So I did lower my price on my first yard. I get it. You want to get your first yards. This kind of customer right here is going to be nothing but a headache. I guarantee it. Why is he looking for another lawn guy? Small lots already. I have somebody mowing, but I just feel like they're charging too much. You feel like they're charging too. You feel like they're charging. I didn't know that, in the real world, we operated off feelings. Do you feel like Walmart charged you too much for a little off-brand tool that you bought at Walmart? Do you feel like Walmart charges too much on that PlayStation 5 you went and bought? Do you feel like Walmart gas station is charging to you? Do you feel like Buc-ee's is charging too much? Is that how you feel? Do you feel like the tax rate is too high on businesses? Oh, I didn't know that we had an option to, because we feel like something is too much, we can go to the yard guy and tell him that he's too much. I didn't know that, we were any different from all these other companies. I didn't know that we could feel like Burger King's burger is too expensive and tell them, hey, I'm only going to give you $2. I didn't know we could do that. That's just me. But hey, guys, this is ignorant. It's ignorant. I felt like they were charging too much, so I'm going to go find another lawn care service. What? Like, let me just catch your ball here. Let me crumble it up and throw it in the trash. Bye-bye, trash lead. Bye. That's how I've handled my business, baby. Don't work for less than you're worth. I told him I have a $50 minimum. Doesn't matter if it is a 4x5 spot of grass. That little 4 foot by 5 foot spot of grass, guess how much you're going to be? $50 a week. Do 2 stripes of a push mow and then edge that sucker in and trim it and then blow off the clippings. That little 4 foot by 5 foot little square of grass is $50 a week. And that's just what it is. We don't deviate. We only aim up as the size goes up. That's how you have to operate. That's how you have to be. You have to know when to say no, and I'm not going to let myself go down below a certain level. I have respect for myself. I have respect for my business. That's how you got to operate, guys. All right, peace out. Hope you enjoyed this little short video. It's the weekend. I went to the gym. We're getting pumps. We're getting gains. Let's get after it, baby.